Hi, you guys. Welcome to Cancerian Chronicles. We are going to go ahead and get started with our day 3 of Level Up Your Life for my very beautiful Cancerians. So, if you have Cancer in your chart, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, North Node, really anywhere these messages may resonate. Also, if you have a Cancer in your life, the messages may resonate as well. So I was already guided to the decks that we're going to use. We're only using 3 today, and one is this really it says Order in the Court. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to jump in and we're going to see what the messages are. Okay, it's trying to Breaking Up Happy Homes, Chaos Agent, Homewrecker is trying to pop out. I'm not keeping it because I didn't even really get to get a shuffle. So I don't know if that's where we're kind of headed with this. Um, hmm. I'm hearing something about doesn't want to see you happy. I mean, I don't know. Hopefully we're not seeing those types of messages, but I know with this type of deck, there's no telling what's going to come out. Usually this is more like spiritual warfare type messages that come out of this deck, but it could be anything. So the first card to pop out is Ancestral Spirituality. And at the bottom, we have Pisces. That kind of makes me think that there's someone maybe in your family that you may not be aware of that has some type of background as a spiritualist. This could have been like some type of family secret. Huh. They might have died in some type of accident. And it's just something that's just not talked about. But the only reason that I think that this is important is because some of you guys may be wondering, like, where this, I don't know, it's kind of like you're being guided towards spirituality and you don't quite understand why. And I really feel like as it relates to leveling up your life, Cancer, it could be that this is the way that you are really going to either build up a business, like you're going to help others. It's something to do with like it's part of your legacy, and it's kind of like you have a lot of gifts and they can help you. Like if you have like some type of problems or issues or obstacles, you're being led back to spirituality so that you can solve them. And you have ancestors. It's kind of like you have ancestors. I'm hearing at your beck and call that can guide you and assist you with whatever you have going on. And you guys, as you come in, make sure that you hit the thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe if you have not already. We are so much closer to our goal of 250 subscribers. Once we get to 250, we are going to, I'm giving away 3 free readings. So I think we're at 224 at this moment. So we are super close, you guys, and I'm very excited, especially to gift you guys with a free reading. So make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you comment so that I can enter you into the drawing. Oh yeah, we have Omnis that popped out along with Gateway to the Spirit Realm. So you might be into spirituality yourself. What I'm being guided to, there's something about whispers. So you might be clairaudient. You might be receiving some type of guidance, like I said, from your ancestors. Some of you guys could possibly be channelers, and that's how you're getting some of this information, or that's how you will be getting your information. Omnist is like you don't have one set religious belief system, so to speak. Like it's kind of like there is you believe, like, I don't know, it's kind of like there's something to do with Christianity, there's something to do with Buddhism, there's something to do with Judaism, like all of these different religions, like there's something that you glean from all of them. And it's kind of like there's no right or there's no wrong for you. Yeah. I'm hearing something about you believe in all things. You believe in all things with that omnist. I like to say I believe in everything and nothing at all. So it's it's something like that. And I don't know if there are people that have been trying to pigeonhole you or label you or put you in a box to try to make you, I'm hearing like what set you claim or something like that. Like someone's trying to get you, they're trying to put you in a box. But you cannot be confined in any one box. Don't allow anyone to do that. Especially at the bottom, it says clout monsters. And that makes me feel like they want to be able to say, like, there's some people that, and it really feels like groups of people, various groups of people that they're seeing you. They're seeing, I'm hearing something about claim to fame. They're seeing some type of potential in you. And they want to be able to say, like, that your success, that you're about to have like some type of come up, you're about to have some type of success. And they want to be able to say it's because you are and fill in the blank with something that they're trying to put you in a box. But number one, your claim to fame is always going to be, what I'm hearing is the most high. Like you guys believe in a creator. For some of you guys, I'm hearing something about divine universe. Huh. Yeah. So, but the point is, don't let people try to box you in. Yeah. We have age 20 to 30, ages 20 to 30. At the bottom, it says 0 to 10. Then we have 20 to 30. What's at the top? Buddhist. There's something about stages. Stages of life. I'm really feeling like there's something to do with not necessarily age, but like a time frame, like something about 20 to 30 years. Something is about to take place for 20 to 30 years. I'm hearing something about the luck of the Irish. Sorry, I know I sound terrible, but there's something that's about to take place. Um, hmm, interesting. Yeah. So it feels like, just for background knowledge, because our focus is on like what we're doing to level up. And at the, point blank, it is something to do with like your beliefs and your spirituality and staying true to whatever they are for you. That is going to help you with your come up and with your level up. And at the bottom, we have humiliation in front of others. I'm hearing something about a humiliation ritual. So it's kind of like there are people, or there have been people, or they, I'm not getting there will be, because I'm hearing also something about eating their words, right? So it might be in the past, there have been people that have been kind of laughing about you and your beliefs to try to make you conform to something. That was like for people that don't want to see you get whatever this is that's coming in for you. Like that's how, when people talk about, stealing another person's destiny, no one can steal your destiny. What's meant for you is going to be for you. And the only thing that they can do is they can delay it by instilling some sense of doubt in you, to where you start to kind of question if you're headed in the right direction, if you're on the right path. And essentially the person who stops, no matter if it's temporary or if it is permanently, right? The only person who can stop you along your path is you. You're the only one. Like people that talk about, destiny swappers and all of that. I mean, I don't know. I'm not into that. But what I can tell you, that it has something to do with getting you to stop your destiny. Like no one can go and say, you can't say any type of prayer or any type of spell to take away someone else's free will, to take away from someone else's destiny. But they can do things like trying to humiliate you to make you question if you're headed in the right direction. Therefore, you stop what you're doing. There could be people that could like be withholding resources, withholding support, and that would get you to doubt that you're on the right path, or get you to doubt that things aren't going to work out, or to get you to doubt, like maybe it's not worth it. That's all they can do. Yeah. So I'm getting the sense of like this is something that someone has tried and they were not successful. I'm hearing, I can't stop. You can't stop. We can't stop. Na 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 na. I don't know who that was. That was a rap song, an old one. And whatever this is, it's kind of like they've been doing this to, like, for some of you guys, this has been since you were a child or something. There might have been instances where you were on the right path, minding your own business, and then, someone, drops a little breadcrumb, right? Where it causes you to doubt what you're doing or where you're headed or how you're doing something. But I'm getting the sense of someone that has long since, like, you have healed something within you, that it doesn't matter what other people say. It doesn't matter what other people think. I'm hearing something like, I got to get mine. You got to get yours. Like, you're out to get yours and there is no stopping you. I'm hearing, ain't no stopping us now. So for those of you that are new, like, I'm clairaudient, and a lot of the way, some ways that I channel, at times it'll be through like songs or something like that. And so they were not successful. I feel like whoever these people are, they're starting to get it. That there's nothing that they can say or do to beat you, so to speak. And I'm hearing like, if you can't beat them, join them. So now they're about to realize like the only option that they have is to fall in line. So you might start to get more people coming into your energy and into your space wanting to help and support you. And I'm hearing, let them. I know some people might advise you like, oh, they didn't do this, they didn't do that. I'm not saying that you go back and you love them and, I want to hug you and love you and name you George. Like, we're not doing that. But if there is, it's kind of like I'm being reminded where, remember, God makes footstools of your enemies, right? So I'm hearing spin the block. Some people are about to spin the block because they don't have a choice. Because what they don't know, what they didn't understand was that all of your greatness and your destiny was very much aligned with theirs. So I'm hearing cutting off their nose to spite their face. So for some people that were hoping that you wouldn't be successful, that's like they're cutting off their nose to spite their face, because what they did not know, what they did not realize, what was all of that wealth and riches and abundance that is meant for you, you were going to share. Because that's who you are. That's who you've always been. But I get the sense of like, I don't know, this is, I'm getting the sense of like people that all they could, I'm hearing, why not me? So their focus, their issue, I feel really warm. So I don't know what that's about. Because and anyone that knows me, like in real life, like I'm always cold. And my throat, it feels like something like trying to, someone wants to know why not them. They want to know, why is it that you were chosen? But that's not what it is. You were chosen because you chose to accept the mission in spite of being talked about, in spite of, people snubbing their noses or turning their backs. You keep moving on in spite of it. It does not matter. As a matter of fact, I'm hearing something about level up. And it feels like a video game, right? So like every time someone tries to, I'm seeing like someone being stomped out in a video game, and every time they stomp you out, you come back bigger, and I'm hearing, and better than ever, baby. That's who you are. That's why. Because I feel like the Most High, your ancestors know that they can count on you, that when things get tough, you're not going to, turn your tail and run, right? You're going to keep going. That's why you deserve whatever this is that's coming in. And all of these people that were meant to support you, I keep seeing, like, even I didn't mention it in the other, like, day 1 or day 2, but I keep seeing, like, being reminded of that story. It's that little kid story where that little hen, right? She decides that she wants to bake some bread, and she goes to all the little animals and she's asking them, like, will you help me? I need someone to help me to gather the wheat, to, I don't know what all she did in that, but it was like she was trying to get different people along the path to join in and to help. That means the quicker you get this bread, the quicker you get this bread. I'm getting paper. But everyone, it was like, that's dumb. I don't have time for that. But when they started to, this is what I'm getting. When they started to get a whiff, right? She did all the work. When they start to get a whiff of that bread baking, meaning she's already done all the work, here they come back. Tummy's rumbling, wanting some of that bread. And that's what this feels like. It didn't work. Like, haha, you're stupid making bread, right? Like, who's gonna do all that work and make some bread? Just go to the store and buy some bread. But somebody wanted something like this. Is something homegrown that you had to do, that has to do with your ancestry. This is something that needed to be done, that needs to be done. And no one wanted to help you. But now that bed, that bed, oh my gosh. That bed. Okay, we're not going to get into that because that's like they made their bed and then lie in it, right? But now that they smell that bread, here they come. I'm hearing, here I go. Here I go. They want you to know, like, hey, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here for you. Hi, Art Taylor. Hi, Ruben. So I think I went off on a tangent because my point is that a lot of people will say, don't let them in your life. And I'm not saying let them into your life, but if they have a way that is going to help you with your cause, it's going to help you get to where it is that you're meant to go. Like now, all of a sudden, they want to help you. They want to do this task. They want to give you this money. They want to shout you out. Go ahead and let them. It doesn't mean that you owe them anything. Because what you need to understand is there are going to be some people that they realize, I'm hearing you done effed up now. Some people are about to realize that, and they're going to come back and they are trying to make it right. Not necessarily because of you, but it's like they've received a message. These people have received messages. It's something about like an offering. Because they've realized that your success, their success, what they have going on in their life is greatly related and depends on what's about to happen with you. Because if that bread doesn't get to finish baking, there's a drought. They're not going to get to eat. They're going to be hungry. They're going to have to come back. They're going to have to come back. But you're not obligated, right, to give them any, I'm hearing tender love and care. You're not obligated to give them any of that. I'm hearing strictly business. Yeah, at the bottom it says stealing from work. It's like they were taking from themselves. That's what they don't get. That's what they didn't understand. They were taking from themselves by pouring into you. That's how they were going to get a come up, by pouring into you. You knew it. They didn't know it, but now they do. Because there's something, here we go. Old money is what popped out. You were made for this. You were designed for this. You were created for this. And this was something that was already written. Yeah, I was about to say your destiny. There's birthright, right? There's destiny right there. This is about legacy and wealth. These are close family members, friends. For some of you guys, they were meant to be a part of your soul family. And the Most High was giving them a way out. Was giving them, it's like they were supposed to follow the yellow brick road. But they're like, I don't like that road. And it's not shiny enough. But they were supposed to help you shine so that you in turn could help them shine. I'm hearing an eye for an eye. Something like that. Yeah, what did I just say? A lot of it had to do with family members. At the bottom, family members blocking you. I'm telling you, you have family that are, you may not know it, but they are definitely Masons. Now, I live in Mississippi, and one thing that I have noticed, because I moved when I was little, I grew up in Texas, but I've moved back to Mississippi, which is, you know, my home. And there are buildings for Masons all around. It's like a not so secret society. And I don't know, it's that's I don't know what, yeah, you're a warrior. Yep. It's like they band together. Some of them band together to try to defeat you, like with whatever group that they had. But you are a warrior. There is no defeating you. Because you were sent, like you were sent by the Most High. And your ancestors are right there behind you, fighting for you, fighting with you. And they could never stop you or take away the fight that you have within. Not never. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. And whether you know this or not, like I know some of you guys may have had like some rocky paths, some obstacles that you've had to get through. But these are things that were, it's kind of like it was building you up. Everything building you up for this moment. Oh, I've said this in readings. They don't know who you are. They don't know who you are. Because in some of the readings, what I've said was like, they don't know who they're effing with. They don't know who they're messing with, or they don't know the degree to which you are protected and respected in the spirit realm. They don't know, like you are, you are a star. You are a star. And for some of these people, whoever it is that they think that they're worshiping, this is for some of you guys, whoever it is that they think that they're worshiping, what they don't understand is that in the spirit realm, that same entity that they think that they are worshiping worships you, bows down to you. They don't know. They don't know. Okay, let's move on, because I mean, I feel like those cards, like I can just keep going on and on. And remember, the last 15 minutes, I'm going to give time for you guys to ask questions for like a free yes or no reading. Yeah. They do not know who they have been messing with. They do. It's kind of like they do know, but it's like they had to see it to believe it. Where you've known and you've believed all along. They couldn't shake your faith. That's what they don't get. That's what they didn't understand. You may not look like you're that strong. No offense, I can't see any of you guys, but you may not look like you're that strong. Or you may have, you know, going back to like, okay, you may have been emotional or easy to put in your feels in the past. But going back to that secure foundation where everything was building you up brick by brick, creating a stronger version of you, leveling you up. They didn't know that they were doing work for you right there by helping to build you up. They don't get that. They thought that they were, you know, deceiving you, that they were hurting you or harming you or breaking you down. No. You might disappear for a minute, but you're right back at it. There's no stopping you. Like, what? What does that even mean? What does that mean? Okay, let's keep going. Oh, okay. Yeah, clean it up. What did I say? They're coming back around. They're coming to spin the block because they've created a mess. They've created a mess. They've created a mess that they're going to have to clean up. These are people that came in to disturb your peace when they were supposed to help you build it up. They came in to disturb it. And you walked away. You walked away from all of that foolishness because it was distracting you. It was keeping you away from what it is that you were meant to do. There's some type of, something that you were meant to be working on, that you're meant to be building up. It has to do with something about this legacy. And there have been people coming in and out. I'm hearing, quit playing games with my heart. People coming in and out to play with you, play in your face. Yeah. Yep. Orphaned right there. These people thought that they were number one. Like, it's kind of like they felt like they were alienating you. I'm seeing the concrete and the rose, the rose that grew from concrete. Yeah. Chop wood. Chop wood is about, like, routines, right? So just you continue to move forward, to press forward with what it was that you needed to do. You continued, it's kind of like people coming in to try to interfere and distract you. Like, they're coming in like, look at me. We have this, all that glitters, right? Look at me. Yeah, I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to do that for you. And then they're talking, right? But there's no action. There's no substance. And I don't know why, but they thought that you would fall for it, or maybe you did fall for it with some people. But one of the lessons that you've had to learn has to do with, like, I'm hearing put up or shut up, right? So you can talk about all of the wonderful things that you're going to do. They can talk to you about all of the things that they're gonna do for you. But if you don't see them doing something, I'm hearing move something. If they're not actually doing it, then they're not gonna do it. Like, why would you come in and take the time to narrate your whole story of what you're gonna do? Either you do it or you don't. And that's what you've had to learn. Stop listening to people tell you what they're gonna do if they're not doing anything. If they're not gonna do anything. For some of you guys, I'm being guided to say, because there are some people that are still struggling with this or still working with this. If you have people in your life right now that it's like they're there because you're like, yeah, they love me and blah, blah, blah. Go ahead. And it's like, I'm challenging you. You're being challenged to create a list. Like, put these people's names on this list, right? And put on one side where you're showing up for them, all the things that you're doing to show up for them, or things that you have done to show up for them. And then you go ahead on the other side and you write all of the things that they do or have done to show up for you. And if your side is a mile long, and all on your side, what you're gonna notice is on their side, you're gonna want to write a lot of things because you're thinking about what they told you that they would do, what they promises that have not been kept. You cannot write down things that they said that they're gonna do if they have not done them. So you have to be true to yourself. Be honest with yourself. So if they said, you know, oh, I'm going to help you with this, and they never helped you, do not write that down. They didn't do it. That's you giving them the benefit of the doubt. Either they did it or they didn't do it. Yeah. We have never ending story, and it's right under this clean it up. So there's something about, like I talked about, people coming in and out. Number one, they're trying to spin the block to clean some things up, but you may have been in some type of cycle, and it could be with a variety of different people, but it's still the same story. It's still the same cycle of like, you are there and you're down for them. You're doing whatever, you're supporting them, you're helping them with this, you're giving them all of your good energy. And it starts out to where you're both on that same level, so to speak. And then it's like yours stays the same or you increase it. And then their end, it starts to dwindle. And you keep going until you realize a little bit too late, wait a minute, I'm being bamboozled. Some of you guys have learned that you're going to have to let people earn their spot in your life. And you guys, we're doing the questions at 9:15. So some of you guys have learned that these people are going to have to earn their spots in your life. They don't just automatically get placed on some type of pedestal. Absolutely not. That's a cycle that if you want to level up in your life, that's one of those things that you're going to have to break if you have not done so already. Because if you don't, you're just going to continue on and on and on. Round and round we go. Round and round we go. Our Taylor says, yeah, or stay alone. And that's fine. You're never really alone. You're never really alone. And I'm sorry, but like, you know, if anyone is afraid of like being alone, so to speak, do you not know who you are? You can step outside right now and people will flock to you. There is no, you know, like you can always find someone, like if you're just bored and want to fill some time. But to really allow someone deep into your energy space, in your energy field, or in your temple, they need to prove it. They need to prove it. I'm hearing, 'cause I never knew love like this before. There's only there is no other. And that's what some people are starting to realize. I'm hearing, don't get high off your own supply. So some people started to feel themselves like it's like they're marinating in your energy so much that they start to think that it's theirs. And they start to feel themselves because the light that shines on you, that follows you wherever you go, it starts to shine on them as well. But that's because of you. And they start to feel themselves until you have to take that light back. Because what it is you're having to go back into some type of hermit mode. You're having to hide away. You're having to cleanse yourself. You're having to, because you're having to clean out your energy. You're having to clean out your mind space because people have placed these little, what do we talk about in the beginning? Those breadcrumbs of doubt where you're starting to doubt yourself. It's not you. It's not you. Yeah, I was about to start shuffling, but at the bottom, it says exchanging gifts. This one always makes me think about the law of reciprocity. Some of you guys have been brainwashed into thinking that like if you love me, you just do it for me. No, you just want to get something for free. That's it. Because why would somebody ask you or tell you, if you love me, you would do X, Y, and Z, but they're not, like, there's no reciprocity. Yeah, serendipity. I'm getting the sense of like for some of you guys, you are just going to start to like things are just going to start to fall in place. People are going to like they're going to realize, you know, where they have may have made an error in their judgment calls as it relates to you, and they're going to try to come back and make it right. I'm hearing atonement, something to do with atonement. So it doesn't mean that like you are supposed to take people back in your life. This is just you atoning or them atoning for for their sins, because a sin, it just means to make a mistake. A sin is just a mistake. They're there to atone for the mistakes that they made by speaking out against your name. And for some of you guys, like they don't know, going back to the card that we saw earlier, that where it said they don't know who you are, by speaking out against you and your name. That's the same. That was equivalent as speaking against the Most High, because that's who sent you. That's who sent you. For them. Okay. I have a whole nother deck to do and I need some, so let me hurry up. Yeah, chaos and conflict. Some people wanted you to feel alienated, to feel lost and alone. They were bringing chaos and conflict into your life, not knowing that you were made for that. You're used to that. Some of you guys have thrived in that. But what I really feel like is it's time for that to come to an end, where it's all of this chaos, you know, just kind of sucking away your energy, because it's your time to be celebrated and appreciated for all that you do. There are things that you do for this 3D world that people don't even understand. They could never understand what it is that you do. And when people would try to alienate you and make you feel alone and try to bring this chaos, with looking back at that, clean it up, you had a whole spiritual team coming in to clear it out. The fates, they're clearing out. They clear out all of that. They ride for you. Here, let me try one more with this one. Ooh. Yeah, and what it just went ahead and came out, exchanging gifts. So we've been talking about, this is day 3, we're talking about that level up, and I'm telling you, when people come into your life because they're spinning the block and they're trying to clean up the mess that they made by speaking out against your name, trying to humiliate you, trying to cause you to doubt yourself and who you are and what you're meant to do, what your mission is, they're going to try to come back. And they're either your, look, if they're not there to atone, where there is a level of reciprocity, this is the second time that I'm saying this. This is the second day that we're talking about this reciprocity. If they're not doing that, then you cut that out. You let them go. Let them go. Let them go. Dirty says, how do I prevent or dodge chaos that's in my life involving others? It's called setting clear boundaries and standing on them. That's one of those messages that has been coming out. Okay, set your boundaries, your expectations for people. Some people are going to disagree with it. Some people are going to think like, oh, you're just being mean. You're being harsh. No, you're protecting yourself and you're protecting your energy. That's what that is. Some of us have been brainwashed to the point to where other people's problems are our problems, but they are not. They're not your problem. But if they can convince you to make it your problem, right? That's just a distraction. That's a way for you to not do what you're meant to do, for you to not take care of your business. I'm here taking care of business. Yeah. An apology, and so our Taylor talks about, like, even when they apologize, never let them back. I'm not going to say, like, I don't really, it's not that you never let them back, although it's completely up to you. Like you know what you can handle, right? But if you let them back, like saying I'm sorry does nothing. What are they doing to show you? Like, I don't want to hear that you're sorry. You're going to show me. You're going to show me that you're sorry. Because those words without any type of action, come on. What is it? I'm hearing faith without works is dead. Faith, like you just, okay, well, I believe it, but no works, they're not doing anything. Faith without works is dead. It's null and void. They're not doing anything. And that's how some of us have been raised, right? Like people can, like, you just do whatever you want, and then you come back and you say you're sorry, and if you're a good person, you're gonna say, oh, I forgive you. No. And then they turn around and do it again. I'm hearing fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. That's where we're getting into cycles, repeated cycles. You fool me twice, shame on me. Because that means you need to go back and revisit your, revisit your boundaries. Either you have not identified your boundaries, you have not vocalized your boundaries, or you are not standing on your boundaries. Okay, so here we go with forgiveness is what popped out. And at the bottom, what I'm seeing, what I'm guided to is release resentment. I don't know if you guys can see that. So when I'm talking about, like, when we're talking about forgive them, it just means like you don't need to resent people, right? Don't resent them for it. Because again, what did I say? Sometimes your enemies act as your footstool. They're helping you get better. Believe it or not, they're helping you get to where you're meant to go. So thank you. Thank you. That's okay. But you don't have to feel bitter or upset or angry about it. And at the bottom, I was about to shuffle, but I'm guided to where it says creativity. They talk about and use that pain, use that experience, even if it wasn't painful for you, because you've learned, use that experience to help others, to guide others, to create something, to build something. That's another way your enemies have been used as your footstool. Thank you. Goodbye. That simple. Okay, I'm going to do one more, and then we're going to do questions. So you guys, if you've already put your question, go ahead and do it again so I can find it. Or this might have been the end because I've been yapping. I've been like I'm on a sermon or something. Yeah, pay attention. Pay attention. I'm being guided to heightened awareness and see the signs. Pay attention. I'm hearing people show you who they are, but it's up to you. Sometimes, especially, no offense, us Cancerians have an issue with creating stories about people in our head. And these are typically good stories that we're making up because we see the good in people. And that is a good thing to have. That's a good trait, as long as you're not creating illusions and deceiving yourself, right? Yeah. We have open portal, and I'm being guided to where it says new beginnings. So this is I'm hearing redo, like this is an opportunity for you to do things different. And what have we been talking about? Boundaries. You need to set boundaries, identify your boundaries, stand on your boundaries. And we have right behind that, it says time to simplify. I keep talking about writing things down because sometimes, like, you think like we can assume that people should just know better. I hear that a lot, especially when people talk about like kids or like in relationships. People should just know better. No, you have to actually verbalize, you have to be vocal. You have to verbalize what it is that you want, what it is that you expect. And if you want people to take you seriously, you're gonna have to stand on it. Exactly. Some people are in your life for a season. Okay, so if anyone has any questions, I'm done preaching. Feel free to drop your questions in the chat. I have my iPad over here on the other side so I can see a little bit better. So, and if you got, also remember to hit that like button, hit that thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed, please make sure that you do. Once we get to 250 subscribers, I am giving away 3 free readings. So if you comment, when you comment, I put you in a drawing, and I'm going to pick 3 names. Once we get to 250 subscribers, and you get a free reading. And, you know, I have not had any complaints thus far about the readings that I provide. So they're definitely worth it. Okay. Also, if you don't have a question to ask right now, or you can't think of one, I'll be here. Like, we're doing this for 30 days. We're leveling up, right? This is Cancer season. We're leveling up. And even if you're not a Cancer, like, come on, like, we're going to all grow together. Like, that's the goal. Also, remember the questions for this last portion, they are yes or no questions. And the thing about with yes or no questions, you have to be very specific with what it is that you're wanting to know, whatever it is that you're inquiring about. So be as specific as possible. I know everyone does things different, and they might need like your name and date of birth. I don't need any of that stuff. Sometimes the only reason a name helps is because, you know, it helps with like giving the message in a clearer fashion to identify who is who. But I don't need that. So I don't know. And there's nothing wrong. Like, some people, I think a lot of times people ask for it because it brings clarity. Okay. Okay. Also, if you are not a Cancer, number one, but you resonate with my messages, or you want messages unique to your sign, I do have another YouTube channel that is the Oracle Evolution. So that's a YouTube channel, and but the most popular is on TikTok, the Oracle Evolution. So feel free to check those out. So yeah, I would love to see you. Exactly. Says God also never made us stupid, but he has made us to survive and strong in peace and walk with grace. Absolutely. Yeah, some people are in your life for a season. That's absolutely correct. And I think a lot of people have a problem with like detachment. And that's something that I'm going to start talking about aside from our card readings, because that's a major life lesson for some of us. It has to do with the law of detachment, or the art of detachment. Because a lot of people, it's like, well, how do I let go? If you can't let go, right? Then there's something that still needs to be healed within yourself. It doesn't mean that you're happy to, like, you shouldn't be like where you're happy to see people go, but you shouldn't feel like you're going to break down and you're not going to, like, you're going to expire if any one person is not in your life. So, all right. Well, we don't have any questions, but I thank you so much for being here and supporting our channel. We are growing, and I hope to continue to grow with you. So we'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Okay. What do you mean? How is she? Remember, the question should be yes or no. So, like, if you're wanting to know if she's doing emotionally, like if she's doing well, then, you know, like it would be specific questions like that. Okay. Well, I can tell you already she's good without without doing anything, but let me see. And you, because you guys, like, Usually the people that are struggling when someone passes away is not the person that passed away. It's not them. It's us. I'm going to pull some cards, but to answer the question, I heard she's doing great is what I heard. Actually, I heard fantastic, but same thing, because you're wanting to know if she's okay. I feel a lot of warmth right here. I feel a lot of warmth. Our Taylor, it's not, remember, we have to look at things like it's about your perception of different events, right? Not to say that everything that we go through is like, feels good to us, but you have to be careful with your words. And so that word where you say we suffer so much, suffer is very strong. And it kind of feels like it's a way of like exaggerating or exacerbating situations in our life that it makes us like it keeps us stuck. She left too soon for us, too young. So what you have to understand, and I know everyone's beliefs are a little bit different, so I'm going to just share just a little bit. But some people, it's like we have a contract, right? And there are things that we're meant to come in and do. And not all of us, like not every time that we're in a life or in a lifetime, not every time are we meant to be here until old age. Sometimes we're here for a purpose. Sometimes in our death is actually, there's a purpose in that is meant to help other people grow in some type of way. It's something that we're contracted to do. And not to step on anyone's beliefs, but my beliefs are my beliefs. And I know for a fact that I've had a lot of lifetimes. And there were times where, I grew into adulthood, and I've actually seen times where I did not. I wasn't even, I was still a kid. And I could actually see my actual death as a kid, as that person. But there was meaning behind it. And that's why I say, like, the only people that actually, like, with all of the suffering and the people that are not good when someone passes away, it's not the person who passes away. It's us. It's us. Yeah. So there was something, and I can't tell you what it is, but there's something that there's some way that either you're supposed to grow out of that situation, or it could have been for someone else in your family. It could be that she was meant to actually, be introduced to you and then serve out the rest of her time as a guide and as an ancestor for you. Yeah. One of the major lessons that we have to learn in life have to do with detaching. There's so many people that it's like, oh, I just died inside. And there's no, you didn't die. You're gonna keep going. You're gonna keep living. And like we all have I feel like we have a set purpose for every time that we come into life, right? Other people may not know what that is, but there's a purpose, for everything. And it's not to negate or downplay anyone's death. Because I've lost, for example, I have a brother that, my baby brother, I still call him my baby brother. But he was killed, and I just got the message, and it was unexpected, and he was only in his 20s, and he had little kids. Yeah. So she kept warning me. I knew she was leaving, just wasn't ready. Yeah. I still feel like I keep feeling this warmth in my heart. Yeah. So here's the treasure island. So I can't say who she's there for, but with this treasure island and with this fate, remember I said like this is like like you guys have ancestors or guides, right? Guiding you towards something that you're meant to do to build legacy. That's what that reading was about, to create or build some type of legacy. This is about the entire family. This is about the entire bloodline. And it could be something to where she's acting as your guide. She could be acting as her daughter's guide. It could be you that's meant to help build up this family legacy and generational wealth and prosperity. It could be her daughter. It could be anyone in your family. Yeah. But for actions to take place and for things to really happen the way that they're meant to happen, like we have to stay at this highest level of vibration or frequency that we possibly can. So, yeah, but I am sorry for your loss. Okay, so we don't have any questions. We're going to go ahead and we're going to end it there. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Yeah. I'm telling you, every time you send a message, I feel it right here. I feel it right here. It's like really warm. It's really warm. So, and that's actually something that's fair. Like I do get like, certain feelings like in the heart, I just say the heart chakra. Usually like I can feel like there's some type of like heartache or, something like that. But this feeling is different. It is so warm. Like it's really warm. Like it's just love. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how else to explain it. But since it was new, I just say, I keep feeling something in my heart. Like every time you type, I feel something in my heart. So that's you loving her, her loving you. I don't know which way or both. It could be both, but I keep feeling like a really warm sensation. So yeah. But make sure that you're using your gift. Make sure that you are, if she's there to guide you, just trust in that. Okay. All right. So I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. Like, comment, subscribe, share the videos. And once we get to 250, you guys, I'm giving away those 3 free readings. So don't miss out. All right. I love you and have a beautiful day. Bye now.